Are we on? Hello? Let me see if she can hear us.
I don't see them. Oh, yeah. It says yeah.
Hi.
You're live right now.
Oh, we are. Hi. Oh, good. I didn't know we were live. Okay. It's working?
Yeah, I'm seeing you.
Okay. All right, great. Well, Shavua Tov. We're going to make Havdalah now, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay? Okay. Let's see. Hi, everyone. We thought it would be a nice thing since we began Shabbat with so many people to end Shabbat, again, with the lighting of candles, with the drinking of the wine, symbol of joy, and of course, Havdalah adds the spices. So we gathered some spices we have some rosemary growing in our dining room, and we're actually given these this lovely lavender and some Scottish glitter flakes. So we'll use a little lavender, a little rosemary. You can kind of maybe get some spices that you might have, even if you have cinnamon in your kitchen, whatever you might have that kind of wakes up the soul, almost like a smelling salt. That revives us, because it's said that we lose that extra soul at Havdalah, that extra soul that came and accompanied us through Shabbat. And so as the extra soul leaves, you have to revive yourself a little bit and kind of wake up the soul that's been resting so that we're ready for the week to come. I do hope everyone has had a bit of the taste of Shabbat. Remember that time was the first thing that was made sacred in the Torah. It wasn't a thing, it wasn't the commandments, it wasn't the teachings, it wasn't Torah, it wasn't even love, it was time. Time was the first thing that was made holy. And so I hope everybody felt this gift of time that was Shabbat. And what we'll do is Jim's going to sing us through the Sephardic version of the Havdalah blessings. The first is the blessing over the wine, the source of joy, symbol of joy, and not the kind of joy that's just happy, but joy that comes from faith, that comes from hope, that comes from knowing that we are going to be through this at some point, and so we just have to be smart now, as smart as we could be, to get through and safely with as many people as we can. And the second, of course, are the spices. They revive us, they renew us, and hopefully they'll give us a little sweetness to carry with us through the week, because there will be challenging times this week. We're going to have to do things that we're not used to doing, sacrifice a little bit more, stop doing things that feel normal and maybe even comforting. And so may the sweetness of these spices carry us through the week until Shabbat comes again. Then we have the candle, the braided candle. We started out with 2 separate candles, but now we'll have the candle that reminds us how connected we all are. We'll light the candle, give each other fire as well as light. And then the blessing of separation, Havdalah, to recognize that there need to be holy separations in time and space. And then we'll invite Eliyahu Hanavi, Elijah the prophet, to come and tell us that things are going to be okay. Elijah never died, you see. He was just floating around waiting to tell us that Mashiach, the Messianic age, is closer than we might think.
Magdir ben kodesh lecho, katotenu yipachu. המבדיל בין קודש לחול, התורות הלכו, לכבודכם נד לבבי, אליהו הנביא, לכבודכם נד לבבי, אליהו הנביא. יום ענק אצא לתומר, אקרא לאל לגומר, יום אשר אמר שומר, אתה בוקר ובלילה, לכבודכם נד לבבי, אליהו הנביא, לכבודכם נד לבבי, אליהו הנביא. הררצ'ה מיכאל, יהלה סדרה גבריאל, sobre la cabeza Shekhinah de él, canta el día y canta la noche, לכבודכם נד לבבי, אליהו הנביא, לכבודכם נד לבבי,
אליהו הנביא.
The mouth was full of song as the sea, and our tongues could sing like the waves, and our lips express like the sky, if our eyes flashed with the light of the sun and the moon, and our hands spread forth like the eagles of heaven, and our feet swift as deer. Oh, the breath of every living thing. 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 לכבודכם נד לבבי, אליהו הנביא, לכבודכם נד לבבי, אליהו הנביא. הנה ישועתי, אפתח ולא אבחר, כי עוזי וזמרתיה Adonai vayivdi Yeshua Ushavtem mayim besason Mi imane Yeshua Adonai ha-Yeshua Alamcha birchatecha selah Adonai tzvaot imanu Niskav lanu Ruhi Yaakov Serah Adonai tzvaot ashrei adam boteach bach Adonai Hoshia Amelech yaninu Yom korenu Vayudim הייתה אורה בשמחה בששון אביכר כן תהי לנו כן תהיה לנו So may be for us Kosh Yeshuot Esa Ubashim Adonai Yekara Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei peri hagafen Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei minei samim Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Borei miorei Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המבדיל בין קודש לחול, בין אור לחושך, בין lightness and darkness, בין ישראל לעמים, בין יום השביעי לששת ימי המעשה, between the 6 days and the 7th day. Baruch Atah Adonai, who distinguishes between the holy and the not yet holy. Adonai, Hamavdil ben Kodesh lechol. תשבי Baby, I wanna be עוד יבוא משיח בן דוד. We are always waiting, we are always waiting. We are always waiting. We are gonna be happy. We are gonna be happy. We are gonna be
Something else? Anything? So turn to the people or the person around you if you're with someone and wish them a Shavua Tov, a good week. Shavua Tov, Jim.
Shavua Tov, Suz.
Shavua Tov to all of you who are there. And we were saying the prayer about the Havdalah. Havdalah to distinguish this idea that we go from this sacred time of Shabbat to this other time of the week where work is permitted. What's not permitted on Shabbat is required during the week. And I was thinking about something I usually say to wedding couples when we exchange rings. I learned from a priest once to take those rings and consecrate them. And say, this is maybe we're here for, is we're here to take the ordinary and raise it up and make it extraordinary. And maybe that's the challenge. Shabbat gives us the extraordinary. It just wraps us in holiness. And then maybe we're meant to take that into the week. And I think it's the challenge of these most difficult days. What is it that we're going to be called to do in this week? Where we will have to take the ordinary and raise it up to the holy. Every opportunity that we have, every encounter. Martin Buber said that, most of our encounters are I-it. They're utilitarian. We have to, pay for our groceries, and we have to, have encounters that are utilitarian with people. But the idea is to turn them into I-thou encounters when you can. I think that's what it means, to take the holy into the week with us. Every opportunity that we will have. We finish the book of Exodus with the Shabbat. We say, Chazak, Chazak, Beni Chazek, be strong, and just see how we will strengthen each other. Be holy, and just see how we will make each other even holier. This is the challenge of this time, this most difficult time, when there's a lot of fear, and there should be, because if we're not careful, we will have the virus spread in this community as it has in others. So tomorrow I'll be on a call with the governor and other clergy to encourage the governor to be bold, to really be bold, to shut the state down, to keep people safe, to help workers who aren't getting paid enough. Let's pay them. Let's figure out ways that we can sustain people through these next weeks, maybe even months, to be able to feed their families, but also not put themselves at risk. Let's figure out how to make masks at home for our hospital workers and gloves, and figure out how to keep those people on the front lines as safe as they can be. And if we need to, we will grow our hospital space. Maybe we won't need to here if we're a little bit more proactive than other states have been. But let's be ready. Let's take the ordinary and raise it up with consciousness and caring. To really be community. So we say to everyone, Shavua Tov. We love you.
This is Deuteronomy speaking. You will have a long Shabbat for now. You can spend it every day. There will be no constraint or consequences. You may settle into each other a little bit more. You may spend some time with language a little more sensitively. You may turn to the ones you are with, and you may deepen yourselves in their presence. You may appreciate these meetings, however form they take, as more dear than they were before. We have a long Shabbat without consequences. There are no penalties. This is Deuteronomy speaking, present and past. Shavua Tov, good luck, good week.
Shavua Tov. Love you.